millions of people are falling into a trap, and they're falling into a financial burden that could hurt them for the next 5 to 6 years. So in today's video, I'm going to address what millions and millions of people are doing right now and what somebody just told me this morning because of a video that I posted just today. So I'll break all this down in just a moment. All I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So what is it that millions of Americans are doing right now that could potentially put them in a financial burden for the next 5 to 6 years? Well, it has to do with an auto loan. Millions of people right now are contemplating whether or not to buy a new vehicle. And of course, they should, because auto prices are coming down. Just look at this. It said auto prices are cooling, but we're never going back to the old normal. So what does this mean? Does this mean now's the time to buy a new vehicle? Well, we're going to address that because here's what's going on. If you are looking to buy a new vehicle because you need one and your old vehicle just broke down and isn't working and you need a way to get to work, I understand. But are you going to be like most people where the average car payment currently is $738 per month? The average monthly car payment on a used vehicle is $532. You know what's crazy about that? A new car payment on average is $738, which means, and it's about a 7% interest rate over 72 months, you're probably looking about a $60,000 to $65,000 vehicle. Well, guess what? Do you know what the average price of a new vehicle actually is? Well, the average price currently in 2024 is $47,218. That is the average price of a new vehicle currently in 2024. So that means that the average new vehicle, most people are getting something above that. They're not paying $47,000. They're paying between $60,000 and $65,000. Let me read you a couple other facts as well. It says for new non-luxury vehicles, the average price was $44,083, a $465 decrease compared to the previous month. For new luxury vehicles, the average price was $62,067, driven almost exclusively by automaker incentives. Now, that is huge. This means that the majority of new car purchases are new luxury vehicles, especially if you are paying $738 per month. Think about that. If you were to go with a non-luxury option, a compact car, maybe a compact SUV, you're going to save a lot of money. This is where millions of Americans are falling into this trap because we are seeing interest rates come down, which is good. We're also seeing cars, their MSRP, okay? What we are expecting to pay for those vehicles is dropping. Again, good news. Here's the problem. You go into any deal and you say, okay, let's just say these are thousands and not $100 bills, okay? So let's say, all right, I'm going for $10,000. I'm instead of me going and getting a new Honda Civic, because that one, let's say it's $30-some thousand. Great. Well, if my initial expectation was I was going to pay $50,000 for a car, and now I'm looking at a new Cadillac, is that really the best way to spend your money? Just because you can afford it does not mean you should go and buy it. This is why millions of Americans are falling into this trap, because we're seeing, again, interest rates are dropping, car prices are dropping, but yet we can still afford that $700 payment, right? We can still afford that $700 payment. So we're fine paying $700. So instead of getting the car that we were previously looking at and paying potentially $400 to $500 for it now because it went down in price and interest dropped, we're still going to go and get a more expensive car because, again, we want to spend that $700. we want to spend that $738 every single month. Keep in mind that $738 does not account for gasoline, doesn't account for maintenance, it doesn't account for insurance, right? All these things matter. All these things add up. And this is why I'm bringing this to your attention. Because somebody today, I did a video, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, it's titled, Car Prices Drop, Nobody is Buying. Now, somebody sent me a message, okay? They sent me this message saying that this is great. This is good news. Because now they can afford, and I don't remember what the car was that they were looking, I think it was like a Cadillac Escalade or something. So instead of them getting, I believe it was a Buick Enclave or a GMC Acadia or something along those lines. I can't remember, maybe it was either one. But instead of them getting that, like the GMC Acadia, and potentially spending $30,000 on it, they are now looking at spending more money, again, $30,000 to $40,000 instead of the Acadia, and now they're looking at spending between $50,000 and $60,000 to get the Cadillac Escalade. That's what they want, because now they can afford it. And I'm bringing this to your attention again because we are about to see this. Experts have been predicting for many months, and they've been predicting this for years regarding housing, is what we are about to see is millions of people are going to go into debt to afford something or to buy something they technically can't afford, but they're going to try. We've seen this before with people when they go into debt to buy real estate. When they're home rich, cash poor. See it all the time. Where people have a big, fancy house, but yet they have nothing else because they can't afford it.